Hi, my name is Rudy Shankar, and I am the director of the Energy Systems Engineering Group at Lehigh University. This is a workforce development program, and I appreciate your interest in hearing more about this. Our mission in the Energy Systems Engineering program is to produce a new generation of world-class leaders for the energy industry. And the reasons for why the energy field is undergoing such massive transformation will be made clear in my short presentation. And how do we do this? We are with Lehigh University, and we leverage the ecosystem that allows this to happen. And what do I mean by that? We don't just rely on textbook knowledge, but we rely quite heavily on experiential learning. This has been a tradition and a hallmark at Lehigh University for more than 100 plus years of its history. But we've given it more emphasis, especially in this program, the Energy Systems Engineering. We have an advisory council that's made up of industry folks as well as past graduates of this program. It's made up of alumni, and it's made up of faculty from the departments, the various departments, to give you the complete experience and experiential learning that's required for you to be able to function in this workforce. And this picture shows the Board of Advisors, and it is chaired by Dr. Coleman, who's in the center. And he's not only a past director of this program, but he's also a past graduate of the um, university. And we have also in our advisory committee several people from surrounding utilities. We have Lauren Estrella, who's with PJM and a past student, Horace Davis from Con Ed in New York City. We have Scott Thomas, who's not only from a local utility, but he's also one of our adjunct instructors, as well as a past student. So what is motivating the change and motivating the mission statement is the grid is changing. And the grid is changing for one big reason, and that is because of climate change. We cannot continue using fossil fuels. We must revert to carbon-free types of generation. Solar and wind are the more common ones, but there are several in the future which are going to be very strong candidates. So this evolving 21st century grid requires capabilities that were not required for the older grid. And that's my reason for why I would like to kind of invite you to join our program. So the program offerings are threefold. You can enroll in the Master of Engineering in Energy degree program, which is 30 credits. Typically for a full-time student, it takes 10 months, starting from the summer of 1 year and ending the spring of the following year. Or you could attend that as a part-time student, taking longer if you were working. There's a graduate certificate program we're introducing the fall of 2021, which again will take 10 months, but it's halfway through getting a degree, so you could postpone your plans for a later, more convenient time in your career. And finally, there's continuing education where you could take this at your own pace, and there's no restriction on how many courses you need to take per semester. The typical student profile is what you would expect here. People just coming out of bachelor's, getting into the fifth year of college, as it were. And you have the early career working professionals who have some experience in the workforce and they want to get back and burnish their credentials to take on more responsibilities. Or you could have people more seasoned, having more experience and being promoted within the organization to take on new skills to develop problem solving methods, project management, for example. And instead of a thesis, we we have the students work on capstone projects. And these are projects that industries are kind of striving to solve. So it's a real problem to deal with. And that you work as a student, with the industry project manager, to solve the problem. And of course, you work with our department to make sure that you get the proper and a good grade. And so we have several attributes that we require you to exhibit during this conduct of this project. And this would include innovation, work ethic, being disciplined, and being able to document this and be able to present. These are skills that you would see in real life, and we want to be able to train you in those roles. And so if I were to summarize, this is the best time to be in energy. It is a 10-month, 30-credit program if you were to pursue a master's degree. It has an industry-sponsored 6-credit capstone project as opposed to a thesis that you would normally encounter. We realize that hard and soft skills are important in the workplace, and we kind of emphasize that during this curriculum. Our faculty consists of industry veterans. Like me, I have had more than 40 years in the utility business as a senior executive at a large utility and working in different capacities. So I'm very passionate about being able to impart this knowledge, to the younger generation. And so I will conclude by saying, go to our website shown there and examine what the content, and there's a blue button off to the very top right. And if you were to press on that, you'll be able to commence your application form. Thank you for your interest. And again, I'm Dr. Rudy Shankar, and we'll look forward to having you join our program in the near future. Thank you very much.